So you want to get into drafting in FM22. You've seen some of those really good tournaments that are out there, the FM Showdown, the FM Playoffs, the FM Super League, Wasted Possession, etc. You think you want to go at that. Well, I'm here to give you some tips on how to get started in the drafting in draft mode. Hi, I'm Samaggio, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, make sure you drop this video a like as well, and I will give you more of these tip videos. I will cover all kinds of stuff to do with draft mode, great picks, great ways of doing drafts, more tips, etc. So this video is going to give you some of those tips on how to get started in that draft mode, the first things you should be thinking of doing when you're entering into a draft, and it all starts with that old Scouts motto, be prepared.
That's okay, I came prepared.
So my first tip for this video is prepare a shortlist. Now what you don't want to do is turn up 5 minutes before the draft, jump in and think that 5 minutes they give you, or 1 minute or 10 minutes, however long they set it, is going to be enough for you to shortlist your entire 11 players and start to think about where other people can be drafting as well. So if you know what the pool is already, or you have a good idea what the pool might be, you might want to think about building some shortlists out of that you can load in quickly and get them on the go when you're right in the middle of your draft. So you can load yourself into draft mode in advance before your tournament and start looking through those players, picking out the ones you want, searching for the parameters you like, pause it up, have a look. I'm going to do a video on how to do this even better in a couple of weeks time, but for now just remember this in mind. Make sure you prepare some shortlists before you go into your tournament. My second tip for doing well in draft mode is start to identify what you can buy with your budget. Do not go overspending on Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi in the first round if you only got a 100k budget, because you're going to have nothing left to buy anyone else, and this year there are no freebies. So start to work out how much budget you've got, how much you can spend, how much the players in the pool are worth. Some pools you'll notice do not have a lot of players at high value. If you've got a high budget and not a lot of players at high value, spend it like mad. Get those high value players in early. So start to think about how that budget matches up with the players that you would like to get in and how much you can realistically spend on a first team, your subs bench, and the reserves. Tip number 3 in the drafting is identify enabler players. These are players that are versatile, these are players that are cheap, these are players that are going to allow you to spend your money elsewhere, or they might provide backup for certain positions that give you more flexibility in what you do. Great examples of players like this are Rabiot, Tagliafico. These players who can play 2 or 3 positions, play left back, centre mid, midfielder, further up the pitch, left wing. If they can play 4 or 5 positions and they don't cost a lot of money, they have decent sets of attributes and technicals, they're going to be perfect. Either they're going to sit on your bench or you can start them. And the thing is, you can start to move them around if you've got injuries elsewhere. So these players can really help spread out that budget in your team and spread out the risk in your team as well. My fourth tip when preparing for draft mode is identify areas where there is not a lot of players. So you may have a pool where there are only 4 or 5 good goalkeepers and you are drafting with 16 other people. You might want to get one of those goalkeepers in an early round. If there are not many left backs or right backs, I'll tell you, in the players based in Asia, there's not many good left backs and right backs. There's lots of good strikers, brilliant Brazilian midfielders, no left backs and right backs. So you want to get those left backs and right backs early if there are any at all. Make sure no one else gets them. These are the key positions that you're going to identify that there are shortages of, or where there is only one really standout player. Target those earlier. And the final tip in today's video builds upon that. That is to work out which players are the priority for acquiring first in the draft order. If there are loads of goalkeepers and there's loads of great options in goal, don't target that early. If there's 1 or 2 standout strikers or defenders, go for those early on. Think about the players in order that you think not only would you draft them, but the opposition is also going to draft you. Do you know that the person after you in the draft has Immobile as their favourite player? Could you nick it before they grab him? Maybe go for it. Maybe just to ruin their day. That little bit of sweetness in ruining someone else's day. Go for it. And that's it. That's my 5 tips for starting off in draft mode. If you're getting into the drafting aspect of it, we'll cover some more stuff in future videos, tactics. Make sure you subscribe down below. Give this video a like. I'll bring those videos to you as soon as I can. We'll be looking at loads of stuff. Best picks, bargain picks, cool custom databases. Let's have a look at what we can really push the boundaries with draft mode this year. Make sure you leave a comment down in the description below if there's any great tips that you've got and you would like to share with the community. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time.